House or Prairie Restoration, one state funding program, has helped make thousands of projects possible across the state of Iowa. Now, residents of one Northwest Iowa county are helping decide what comes next. Here's KTIV's Ellen Ide with more.
For nearly 4 decades, the Resource Enhancement and Protection Program, better known as REAP, has quietly helped shape communities across Iowa. From recreation and conservation to historic preservation, the program has helped launch projects in all 99 counties, including many residents use every day without ever realizing where they got their start.
REAP is kind of a small part of a puzzle to much bigger projects. A lot of times REAP is either the first money in or it's the last money to get a project launched off the ground.
The funding reaches a wide range of projects, giving communities another tool to tackle improvements that might otherwise take years to complete.
They're an integral part of the grants that we write in all these projects, so it just adds to the funding formula that we have.
The impact stretches beyond trails and parks. Conservation partners say REAP funding also helps support voluntary conservation projects with area landowners.
We work with a lot of landowners, farmers, and producers in rural Dickinson County to develop windbreaks, native prairie plantings. We've worked with landowners to do fencing and rotational grazing practices. Without this funding, I would feel like a lot of these landowners wouldn't even try to entertain these practices, as some of them can be large expenses that get incurred, but they don't add any income to their operation.
While the afternoon highlighted decades of successful projects, organizers say the meeting was just as much about the future. Residents were invited to leave ideas that will help shape area conservation plans and eventually be presented at the statewide REAP Congress.
When you get lots of people coming together with lots of ideas, it can spur a whole bunch of other things that are just really value added for everybody who lives in the place where we're doing these.
Since 1989, REAP has invested nearly $430 million statewide. In Spirit Lake, Iowa, Ellen Ide, KTIV News.